Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Something different for you today in this tutorial. Not watercolour, but a different medium, oil pastels. Another fantastic medium that I've used in the past in a commercial sense many years ago, and absolutely love it. It's quite different, obviously, to painting. It's an oil pastel, but the application of it and the way that we use it, we'll do it in a much different way to watercolour. However, today there will be some synergies and things that are quite similar in the way that I'm going to put down this medium onto the paper. The actual pastels that I've used is these, and this is probably the third or fourth box that I still have now, right from back in the late 80s, early 90s. You can see the packaging. That's long gone, but I've still got a few left, But more recently, to keep my stock up, I've got these, and I got this from the well-known online retail, with that big A, and when you order something, it comes the next day, and 50% off as well. Today's scene is a very well-known London landmark, and I've not been down there for a while, obviously because of the condition, but when we did go on a trip about 4 years ago, I've taken some photographs of things around, and got this lovely one. It's very common though, even when I was there taking the pictures, there were loads and loads of tourists and people just like myself taking the same kind of shot, so it's a common thing. But I'm not going to tell you what that is. I'm going to do this drawing illustration, if you like, in pastels, this render, and we'll let it come together and we can see what we get, and hopefully you might find out what it is as we go. I've dropped in a very faint line there, and that is indicating my horizon, and that's something to work to because I'm going to drop in the sky. And as you can see, I'm working on some black card stroke paper, so I'm working in reverse. So in a way, that is the synergy and the similarity of watercolour paper, because what we're going to have to do is, it's almost working in negative, isn't it? We're going to have to work dark and come back to light, because this is a night scene, quite neon-y as well. We're going to have some really beautiful colours. So the technique is to start dark, the black of the paper, and start bringing in darker colours, and then get lighter and lighter and lighter. And that's the opposite to watercolour, isn't it? In watercolour, we work on white first, the white of the paper being the light, and then we start bringing in layers and coming forward. So this oil pastel tutorial today is very similar in that sense. Deepest, darkest blues. It would probably be something like a Prussian blue colour. That's going to be my first sort of layer on this rendition. First pass of colour, an oil pastel that's going down on this black almost, is the guide for my sky, the darkest point, and I'm just putting in some ranges of colour and light to indicate the very dark clouds that are still remnant in this evening sky. Down to my pencil line there, which is my makeshift horizon. darker blue, just to soften those areas where we need to. You can see how that works. It's a really nice effect. This is why I love oil pastels. And it's so different to painting, you know, a different creative route that we can do, which is so relaxing and fantastic, isn't it? Blending the two tones of blue together to soften in the areas that we want, to give it the feeling of a sky and clouds. I will soften the majority of these down and then work over them again in a moment. Beautiful blue. Any guesses for where it is yet? So, as we build up the pastel onto the paper now, you can start to see how it holds and looks absolutely beautiful. Such beautiful colours. Drop in some buildings and things now. Things are starting to come together now, aren't they? The landmark is starting to reveal itself, just building up little bits of colour and little flecks of light in that night scene. We'll soon find out what it is if you don't already know. So I'm just going to put in a little bit of cityscape and some little bits just in here behind these railings. Maybe you know where it is now, the very, very famous landscape in London, the Millennium Bridge at night, and right in the centre there, St Paul's Cathedral, with its dome lit up by the spotlights coming from Fleet Street probably and the Strand. As you can probably see, to get finite levels of detail with oil pastels in this size, with this sort of intricacy, is quite difficult. So to finish off, I'm going to give you a little technique and a tip that I use just to put in very, very fine highlights, not too much, and I'll show you this little trick. I'm going to put in this edge here. The fine liner white pens that I use just to finish off and get that nice effect of light touching surfaces and things are called Posca paint markers, and you can get them in sets of different sizes and things, or you can get them individually, and they're available at most art suppliers online. I've used them for absolutely years now. They've never let me down, and it's always been a case of finishing touches again for things like little illustrative pieces of work and just adding those little highlights. Well, there we go. I hope you enjoyed that one. A London scene, St Paul's Cathedral, lit up by those beautiful spotlights in that lovely, lovely evening sky. It's getting really dark, you know. I've not done oil pastels for quite some time, and although I love watercolours, I love all mediums really for artists, but I do enjoy oils as well, oil pastels. It's really, really nice to do. I hope you enjoyed that one. Anyway, leave some comments below. Let me know what you thought of that and what you think of oil pastels, if you've ever used them or intend to use them. You know, give it a go. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Really relaxing, like most mediums that we use in art and creativity. I look forward to responding to you as well, as I always do. Okay, there we go. That's the end of the episode, and I hope your creative journey is going really well for you. And until next time, bye for now.